to episode 2 of our Clash Royale Let's Play. In the last episode, we completed the training and got started on everything we have here. And today, we're going to hop into some basic matches and try to get some undefeated wins. Alright, Goblin Stadium, let's go. So we're going against Ching Chong China, which is a questionable name. But we will hopefully be able to pick up a win against this person. Now we just launched like a Chief Pat rocket equivalent of the fireball. Oh, and I think I forgot to mention that this series was heavily inspired by Chief Pat, a really big Supercell and mobile game maker, and the founder of Tribe Gaming. So make sure to check him out on YouTube as well to see where I got my inspiration. Now we're going to be doing a counter push with the archers and Mini P.E.K.K.A. And we might be able to get a hit with the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Or maybe 2. 3? Oh, sadly we can't get 3. But we'll be able to get some great chip damage with the thing. Now let's bait the knight to the middle. Now every troop, melee troop at least, has a certain distance that they are attracted to different troops to attack. Now, they made a mistake by wasting 4 elixir. Now, I know because they wasted 4 elixir, they don't have that much stuff to defend with. And now I can simply just drop the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and hover with the arrows. So what I could do is hover with the arrows, and in case anything swarmy comes up to defeat my troops, I could just arrows it away. Now that's a thing that you might not want to do, just hovering and waiting to see what will happen. Now, I could drop more troops, but I'm choosing not to because I know that he'll be ready to have a great counter push, and by attacking more, I might be compromising many of those troops. Now, I should be able to get rid of that fairly quickly. I'm going to place a knight in a very specific place. If I place it more inside, it will go for this tower, and since I do not want that, I'll be placing the Mini P.E.K.K.A. on that side as well, baiting at the fireball, and then being able to place the giant as well as another musketeer. But it might not be necessary at all if I could quickly do this. And might as well just finish it off with the fireball. That's game 1 for episode 2, and that was a pretty clean one. Now let's hop into the second one. Ooh, a golden chest. Now I'm going to be gemming most of these unless something else happens. But here we have a reward. Between the two, goblins are better because they are much more DPS heavy. Now, let's open this and quickly collect everything we have, at the same time opening these. Early game is the best time to spend your gems, and since I am not going to be buying anything else, I can do whatever I want here. Now, I'm going to upgrade everything I have available to upgrade, so I can upgrade my king tower. That way, I have more health and more damage on my crown and king tower. Now here's the point where we gotta make a new choice. Now we have our standard deck. Now we have some new cards to put in. Goblin Cage is a tower, which means any tower targeting buildings will get drawn, and when the thing is broken, it'll spawn a little goblin bruiser. I don't know how to say it. And it's gonna be very useful, but since not many people are skilled, a little bit more rush heavy deck is needed, which means we'll be using the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and the musketeer, but we'll be using the goblins for some good burst damage, which means we'll be getting rid of the knight. Now this is going to be exactly what we're going to be working with for the rest of this arena, unless we unlock some new stuff, which of course is going to be very cool. Now we're going against Harnam Top 228 from Legends, and instead of leaking elixir, which means letting it continuously charge up, we're going to be placing our first move. We are up 4 elixir, and we'll be placing our musketeer. We can place our giant, and we'll just have to wait at this point. Now this is really good fireball value. We're going to get all of them for only 4 elixir. So we're getting 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3. 11 elixir worth of value for only 4. And again, I mentioned this in the last episode, but do not make this mistake where you arrows or fireball the king tower. Now, since there's a golden cage that side, we're going to be doing a Mini P.E.K.K.A. minion rush, a whole mini festa, and we're gonna see how they respond. Now, the mini P.E.K.K.A does so much damage in one shot, their musketeer just could not do anything. Now, I'm going to be showing you guys a very advanced strategy that might be very common. That's after doing this. It's called archer splitting. This is when you are waiting for more elixir, and you split your archers to get some more value, and you have the ability to put a push on each side. For example, let's say I put a mini P.E.K.K.A here and a musketeer here. They have to defend against both, and they have one archer each to help defend. Now, the giant isn't going to do much. Giants are very weak at low levels, and since it doesn't have any support, one archer should be enough to defeat it. Instead, I'm going to be using all of my resources to fight on one side. That way, I could get their king tower and end this one off early, so we have more time for different games. Now, this person is saying wow to us, so I'm going to say thanks. And I'm going to set a good game. Don't be toxic by spamming this. So, yeah. We got a silver chest, 5 coins, and we're pretty set to do stuff. So let's open that and see what else we have going on. I got a gold chest in one game, and I say our goal should be trying to get to 150 trophies, where we can collect a fireball or a goblin cage. I'm going to be collecting the fireball because it's way more value, and I'll be using it up to maybe Arena 5 even. Here we have a very tricky hand. We don't have any good air defense, which means we'll be having to be going against a horrible player. That's completely fine as well. Get a giant in front to absorb all of the damage. That way our other troops can be effective on the tower. We're going to be playing the goblins for what seems like the first time. And I want to say the best thing about the goblins is that they have great damage. Since they're very little of them and they do have a very fast attack speed, they can dish out quick damage in a quick amount of time. So make sure to watch out for those. And they're amazing for taking out knights, giants, and mini P.E.K.K.As. Here's a stalemate area where I can't really do much, and he can't really do anything either. So let's place a musketeer in a reasonable area so it has time to walk up. Now let's put the goblins to tank everything. And there we go. There we go. I'm going to place a giant. We're going to place a mini P.E.K.K.A. This is going to be a push that we're going to be going with for most of Arena 1 and 2, because it's very hard to stop unless you have a certain epic card called the Skeleton Army. So we're going to be trying to stop that musketeer, but it won't matter because our giant and mini P.E.K.K.A can finish that off. There we go, and we're going on to our little area. Now, we're going to see what we have here. Anything good? Sadly, we have no good cards from there, but maybe we have something we can upgrade. Wow, whoa, they nerfed everything? Hold up. Wow. Oh my god, Supercell. You're kidding me, right? But anyways, let's try to get in one more game. And let's see if we can see if we can stay undefeated. Alright. So we get a very good starting hand with good coverage. And this is my example of kiting. By putting something in a different part of the lane, you can bait them to go to the other side, leading in a great counter push. Or not counter push, but a great distraction, which could lead to a counter push like I have now. See, this is a situation where they can't really do that much to defend. But my mini P.E.K.K.A's gone, and I don't really have a tanking presence, so I'm going to have to wait and see what to do next. I'm going to do a quick musketeer and giant push just to see how they respond, because I want to see what else they have and how I can avoid it. So they seem to have a goblin bruiser, and again, that's not a huge problem. And let's get some fireball value while we're at it. So we hit the tower and the mini P.E.K.K.A, as well as the goblin brawler. And let's just tank these hits and wait for a better push. Now these things alone don't do a lot of damage, and we'll be fine against them because we'll be only tanking a little bit. And that's actually the mistake I actually see a lot in early game players. They try to defend absolutely everything because they think that losing their tower is the worst thing possible. But no, you can simply just tank maybe a couple hundred, but as long as your tower remains over half, you'll be completely fine, and you'll be able to be fine. Yeah. Now, since we already have a lot of momentum, we're going to be ignoring that giant. Maybe we'll put an archer on it when the time comes, but okay, now it's unavoidable. Let's get a fireball here to knock it back. I missed that so bad. Sadly, it looks like we'll be losing that, and we'll be taking a lot of damage. But never fear, because Starblitz is here. We'll be putting down our goblins and everything else, and we'll be able to defend against everything fine, and we'll be able to have a juicy counterattack. Now our minion died, mini P.E.K.K.A died, so we won't be having a lot of good heavy damage, but we'll be doing fine anyways because we have the archers and of course the musketeer. This situation looks a little dire, but I think we'll maybe be fine. I think we can't build up any pushes, and we'll be having to push in this way. I want to get a fireball off right there, just in case anything spawns. And we should be able to pick up this dub really quickly, and there we go, we have the win. Whew. That was a little bit harder than I thought it might be. Now, let's get the fireball so we can upgrade. There we go, we just upgraded the fireball. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like if you haven't already. And I'll see you in episode 3.